So I recently got recommended about reviewing some of the Detroit movies, and I thought, yeah, why not? I've been planning to do that for a while. Now, I was going to do all the movies in one video, but I thought it'd be better to separate them instead, starting with Buffed Up. Now, there's a lot of Detroit movies, some I've seen, some I haven't, and I never fully watched Buffed Up. I only seen clips of it. So that's why I'm starting with this one first. So was Buffed Up good? Well, let's get into it.
I'm finally buffed up.
So this movie is about these two virgins, Zay and Lou, coming down from Ohio to meet their college buddy Mark, who lives in Detroit.
My dorm mates, Lou and Zay, man. What's
What up, fool?
What took y'all so long to get down here?
Man, let this goofy ass nigga drive, man.
Now I'm calling them virgins because part of the plot of this movie is these dudes trying to get some pussy. Now these dudes are obviously in their 30s, and anybody in their 30s desperately trying to smash are a virgin. It's like, come on now. Now, Lou is an expert on Detroit culture. He knows all about buffs and how he can get some girls. Zay is kind of like just a dumb friend who just, dumb. Like Cole from Martin.
I know 17 different bird calls.
Yeah, that's him. And Mark, I guess, is like the geek character, and he kind of also acts as the smart one, telling them what not to do in Detroit. But obviously they so desperate to get some that they don't listen to him.
I like rap.
No, they'll definitely get you attention. The wrong kind of attention.
Man, fuck what he talking about. That shit gonna get us all the right attention. Well, let's go.
And then we got the cousin Kev. Now he's basically gonna tell them how to get the buffs so that they can get some girls. I don't really worry about Kev because we ain't gonna really see him for like half the damn movie. So this movie starts off with Joseph McFashion getting his buff snatched by some random dude. And we don't ever see Joe again, so he clearly doesn't care, even though he chased him all around the damn neighborhood for him.
Come on!
Now, a random dude then sells the buffs to Murder Payne. Now, this is where the story actually starts. Now, while Murder Payne enjoy his buffs, Zay and Lou are trying to figure how they can get some girls because they keep getting rejected, obviously.
No. You sound thirsty, matter of fact.
This ain't even Fiji.
Now, Lou knows the only way that they can get some girls is if they can get some buffs. So he asks Mark's cousin Kev how they can get them. And since they can't afford them, Kev tells them the only way that they can get some buffs is if they snatch them. Now, watch this scene right here because this is where the movie turns to a damn horror film.
Snatching.
So now that the virgins know how to get some buffs, they don't immediately try to snatch some yet, but after going to a party later that night and continue to get hold, they say, fuck it, let's snatch some buffs. Now the virgins aren't getting no play and the girls aren't feeling it, but Lou sees some buffs they can snatch, Murder's buffs. Now they don't know that Murder Payne's a killer. They're not from Detroit, understandable. So they go ahead and snatch his buffs.
Sorry, sir.
Quit fucking playing, man. No way.
Now, being in disbelief, Murder Payne goes around the neighborhood asking who stole his buffs, which is obviously what you do. You go around the neighborhood asking all the local gang members if they stole your shit, which I guess was a good idea because one of them even offers his buffs to him.
If you want some buffs, nigga, take these. And they got diamonds in them.
Hell yeah, them your glasses. Let's go, man.
No, it ain't.
Man, yes.
Now, is it just me or do these scenes look fake? Like the background was green screened in or something? Like it doesn't really look like that they were there. And why is Snapdog looking at Aunt Beats like he plotting to steal his buffs? Like, now while Murder tries to figure out who stole his buffs, meanwhile Zay and Lou, they finally get some girls because of him. And they even meet up with a few at the park.
You see it.
Hey. Anyways, while they're at the park, the movie kind of tries to throw this like B plot at us with Mark and this other girl, I guess, liking each other. And you can tell he's also a virgin because she presses up against him just a little bit and he tenses up and has this nervous look on his face.
Studying what?
Everything.
So when you think about it, all these dudes really lame because they're like 30-something-year-old virgins and they broke. The only one who seems to be getting some type of action is Kev. I mean, he even got a whole girlfriend who gives him money. So at this point, the movie was starting to get a little boring. So I'll just skip a little bit. But Zay and Lou are enjoying themselves with the buffs, you know, getting all the girls until they meet with a couple of new girls who end up being setup chicks. And they end up getting the buffs that were snatched, that they snatched.
Give me these buffs. Let them his buffs. These my buffs, nigga. Them his buffs. Fuck y'all gonna do about it? Nothing. I was gonna tell you they probably look nice on you. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Meanwhile, Cash Doll, the girl Lou was talking to, ends up finding out that the buffs he had on were actually her brothers. So Cash Doll and her friend tries to warn Mark about his friends, and Murder Pain finds out and follows her, and they kidnap Mark and tortures him. Now this scene of the little dude beating up Mark was just watch. Now y'all remember Kev, the dude that disappeared for like the majority of the movie? Well, he finally comes back into play to help Lou and Zay get Mark back. So the plan was to bring the buffs to Murder Pain in exchange for, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, they got the buffs back earlier in the movie. Yeah, they stole them back earlier in the movie. But anyways, they get Mark back, and I guess Murder Pain just lets them go after looking like a lame, getting his buff snatched and having the whole neighborhood clown him. He just, I guess, lets the whole situation go. Yeah. The movie kind of ends off with Murder Pain getting his buffs back, but he didn't actually get his buffs back because there was actually a pretty unique twist in the movie where earlier in the movie, Zay was approached by these dudes, you know, y'all probably know him as DJ BJ and the other dude, I think his name is Stu. They came up to him trying to sell Zay their buffs, but in the moment he didn't buy them, but they flashed back to him actually buying the buffs. So when they went to go give the buffs to Murder Pain, they actually accidentally swapped the buffs. So Murder Pain ends up getting the fake buffs and they still got the real buffs, and they end up being buffed up.
Wrong pocket and gave me the kudos. So if you gave me the kudos, then that means I gave them the kudos.
So
If I gave them the kudos, then that means
nigga finally motherfucking buffed up.
Now that'll pretty much wrap this video up, but my final thoughts on this film, I thought it was a really good movie actually. Like, I was kind of surprised that it was as good as it was, because I'm not really the type of person to watch indie films. I'm usually, you know, the type of, you know, person that like more high production value movies, you know, movies with a bit more, you know, professionalism to them. But this movie actually surprised me with how good it was. It was pretty funny in some moments. I was expecting Jay Will, who's a comedian, to be a little bit more funny. Some of the jokes felt a little bit forced, but you know, it was still funny on its own. Then there were scenes in this movie that I felt like could have been cut out because the movie felt a little bit too long. Like, this movie's almost like 2 hours long. Like, no comedy movie should be that long. Like, by the second act, I was like, man, when is this movie gonna be over? Because by the second act, it felt like it should have been a third act, but we were still in the second act of the movie. In the second act of the movie, around the 1 hour mark of the film. But overall, this was a pretty good movie. If I had to rate it a 1 out of 10, I would probably give it a 7. Yeah, a 7. Yeah, so that'll pretty much wrap this video up. Let me know y'all thoughts on Buffed Up. If y'all want me to review any other movies, be sure to leave it in the comments below. For CM Culture and Watonio, be sure to check us out on our Instagram at CM Culture, our website, thecmculture.com, stay up to date with new posts and videos every day.